Hey friends, it has been a minute since we have had time to do a video. So like between getting into the family compound, both our house and Taylor and Eric's place, getting everybody settled, moving in, a new grandbaby, enjoying all of that, and just getting things done around here. It's been super busy and we just haven't had as much time as we had hoped. But I am ready and excited to take you around and show you how our garden looks. So I know we showed you how we put up our greenhouse and did some of that, but you haven't gotten to see an update in quite some time. And I'm not gonna lie, we're pretty excited about our garden. It's not perfect, but it's perfect to us. So let me give you a tour of the garden. So I'm gonna start showing you, I've got all these different sections, and this first section, we've kind of set up our garden in this little courtyard. And so the first section I have is my, what I call my hanging basket section. And basically I just have some herbs and some various flowers planted here. And they're pretty little still, but they're doing pretty good. So this section over here is my greenhouse section. Come with me. So here is where we start off all of our plants in the greenhouse. Now it's getting pretty warm now, so we really don't have anything in the greenhouse at this point other than it's just holding all kinds of stuff. But this is my greenhouse plants. So you can see I've got some tomatoes and flowers and basil. I've got a nice big amount of basil here, and this plant was doing terrible. Basil tends to be so picky, and now it's just thriving. I've got strawberries, I've got some green peppers, and my cilantro's not so good anymore because it's gotten too hot. It's bolted, but everything here is doing fabulous. Behind the greenhouse, we have a raised bed that we built. So I have some of my plants are in these grow bags, which have done really well too, but then I have some raised beds. This is our largest raised bed that's behind the greenhouse. We have a ton of tomato plants, cucumbers, we've got some flowers, some green beans. Our green beans have done terrible. I'm gonna have to go ahead and admit that. With all of the rain, we have struggled with some of our plants, and specifically the green beans have had a hard time coming back. But most of our tomatoes have really come back because I actually counted the other morning and I have 209 tomatoes that are growing and they're green right now. Now I hope to keep them good and safe before we finally harvest them, but I'm pretty excited. We have all different kinds of tomatoes. We have heirloom tomatoes, heirloom cherry tomatoes, regular cherry tomatoes, rainbow cherry tomatoes, San Marzano, Roma tomatoes. We just tried all kinds of different things, which has been so fun. This is my hope at keeping away some of the animals. Also, of course, we have a motion activated sprinklers on both ends of the courtyard, and that's helped a lot too. And we have a video on our DIY channel about that particularly. Here's my cucumbers. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I also have some spaghetti squash. Let me show that to you. So we also did a bunch of different kinds of cucumbers as well. And you can see down here, we did some lemon cucumbers. You get it, if you kind of get in here. Now, they don't actually taste like lemons. They taste a little bit sweeter than a regular cucumber, but they've been delicious, and that was just a bee right there. I've got a ton of bees pollinating all of this stuff all over the place. But we have had tons of cucumbers every single morning, and in just a little bit we're gonna harvest what we've got. So the next section, past the outdoor kitchen on my right, is my lettuce, what I call my lettuce garden. Now it is getting warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and say the lettuce in the beginning was just thriving, and we have not had to buy lettuce for a couple of months. However, it is getting warm, and so it is not thriving as much as it once was. In my lettuce garden, I do have some flowers and some peppers. We have some hot peppers, we have some sweet peppers. I also have some different kinds of lettuce. So I planted bib lettuce, arugula, some different forms of romaine like red and green, and then some green beans as well. So behind me, this is our small raised bed area. I've got cucumbers, tomatoes, flowers, green peppers, and I've got some grow bags in front that have some onions. I will say with my onions and garlic that I planted, I mainly planted those so that what I read was that if you companion plant those, they'll keep away some of the bugs, which it really has done a great job with that. But I planted them too late, so I'm not really getting a harvest of garlic and onions other than my bunch onions. I am able to use those. So one thing you'll notice here is that I've done some different trellises. I did a trellis that is a single stick trellis. I've got the box trellises. I have some of the bamboo trellises. I just wanted to try a lot of different things. I've tried some stringed trellises that you can see right here. And then I've also done more of like a teepee trellis out of metal, and some more of the trellises that are made out of cedar. So I've tried all different kinds of things because, like I said, this is our first year really getting into gardening on the homestead or on our family compound, and I wanted to kind of just get an idea of what I really like, what really works, so that we know what to do next year. The last part of my vegetable garden is what I call my flagstone garden, which is mainly made up, well, really all made up of either pots or the grow bags. And out there, I actually have more cucumbers, the lemon cucumbers. I have some zucchini, I have watermelon, cantaloupe, some green beans, some garlic, some onions, and some various flowers. Yeah. In addition to my vegetables, we've also planted a ton of different flowers. So we have planted flowers. I picked seeds from our cone flowers from last year. We've planted flowers down this hill. It probably doesn't even look like a hill in the video, but it's quite a big hill. Down at the bottom, we planted a ton of sunflowers. We have Mexican sunflowers, and then I have a lot of sunflowers in our little rock garden area as well. So you'll notice these cages that are around our flowers. Well, there are certain flowers that, although the deer have left them alone, we have some other critters that have tended to want to take some nibbles from them, like a possum and some rabbits and even a rat. So we have had to put these cages around them so that we give the plant a chance to grow, because it seems that once the flowers come out, they don't try to eat them anymore. So these guys are almost to the point where their cage is gonna come off. One of my favorite things to do every morning or every day in the garden is to get my harvest, because then I get to see what we grew and actually eat something. So I'm gonna see what we've got today. So I got my harvest for today, and I'm pleased with the results for one day. Tomatoes, strawberries, peppers, beans, cucumbers, lemon cucumbers, and lettuce. So now we're gonna have to do some canning tomorrow, some pickling, and we'll have some salad and green beans. I can't help but think about how much this little patch of earth teaches us. Seeds don't sprout overnight, and the best things in life take time, care, and a whole lot of patience. Every weed pulled, every drop of water given, every quiet morning checking on these plants led to this moment of reward. It's a reminder that growth, whether in a garden or in life, doesn't happen instantly. But when you stay consistent, nurture what matters, and trust the process, the results are always worth it. So here's to patience, perseverance, and enjoying the harvest, both in our gardens and in our lives.